gone. I can't hear a word that you're saying. I think I just hung up the phone. You said all along that you can't carry on underneath all my mental abuse. But before you throw stones, it was me you did wrong, and your words only help to confuse. What little bit of my mind I have left after all of the head games I won. I've been kicked down so much that I can't get back up. Just look and you'll see what you've done. You must not know what you're doing. You're asking for things I can't give. My heart you have got, but my mind you'll have not. 'Cause there's one thing I must have to live. I said that I love you, I know that it's still true, but I just don't think I can make it. You say it's all cool if I play by your rules, but I can't find a reason to take it to such an extreme. Is this all a bad dream? If it is, I sure wish I was waking. But I haven't a choice, 'cause I still hear your voice, and the ground under me is still shaking. So bad, I'm still living. Though I still have your face on my mind. I never was much at forgiving. You were so cruel and unkind, and I feel so absurd as I whisper the words that have been my whole life till today. The buzz in my ears answers all of my fears. You have nothing left to say to a broken down fool who still loves you, and who says that you're still the one. And I feel I could die as I tell you goodbye. Just look and you'll see what you've done. And I feel I could die as I tell you goodbye. Just look and you'll see what you've done. Won't you look and you'll see what you've done. There are times when we all feel like dying. There are times when we all do what we can. But before you find me here, all alone and crying, don't you know, baby, I'll be damned. You can't hurt me any worse than I've already been. And you can't drive me any further in the ground. So I don't care what you do, see, it does not really matter. 'Cause anything you do will only bring you down. Well, there comes a time when a man must be certain, break away to be all alone. There are times when to care just means hurting. And all you have left to be simply gone. You walked out my door one too many times. I must admit it was a hell of a show. Don't you come back here with your sweet talk and your crying. There are many lights don't already know. There's a place on the other side of town where there's plenty of good love to be found. When you come back here, you're gonna find that's where I've gone. Seems you left me, baby, one time too long. Seems you left me, baby, one time too long. There's a time when you must keep on walking, not look back at the bridge you set on fire. there is no use in talking. There are times when we all fall from that wire. I don't know if I'll ever get over you. And I don't know if I'll ever be the same. One thing I know for sure, girl, you won't forget this evening. Baby, I know you won't forget my name. Everybody's free to roam. Now I've come to take you home, and you tell me I'm a fool. When did you get so cool? Girl, you're breaking all the rules. You remember how it used to be? I loved you and you loved me, and we said it would last forever, you and me together. But it ain't that way anymore since you walked out my door. Laughing it up with the big boys, playing your games downtown. Made a fool out of me, girl, but don't you see you bring yourself down? Everybody knows you're the clown. Happened to the respect you had for me and other people? Better leave your church, you said, where it belongs, underneath its steeple. But I just can't take no more. There's nothing I can do. You closed off your narrow mind, and I just can't get through. So I guess I'll keep my self-respect while I'm losing you. Yes, I guess I'll keep my self-respect while I'm losing you. I was standing all alone, looking out my lonely window. at the people below, walking around and always going the way the wind blows. Then the wind turned cold and all the people grew older. Now where are they to go? Is there any farther road? I was feeling a little strange as I headed down the sidewalk, past the faces of the night and the long forgotten souls outlined in the white chalk. Then it came to me, it's all a fantasy, yeah. If it isn't what it seems, what am I going to believe? Break down, oh, break down. There's nowhere left to run. Crawl on, use yourself till it's all gone. Then look back on all those things you could have done. I'm leaving, oh I'm leaving, that's all I have to say. It's over, all over. There's nothing here that makes me wanna stay. I was sitting by myself, looking back the way that I came, when it occurred to me, it has been a while since I have thought of your name. Then I headed on, and the thought was gone. But if time can't heal this pain, will I ever love again? like any other day. What went wrong, I don't know. You just smiled as I walked away. Never dreamed you would go. Oh, where have you gone? Oh, I kissed you like I always did, but I did not know it was goodbye. Now I'm standing here in the rain. Never knew the price. Never thought that I could feel this pain. When I held you for the first time, when I held you for the first time, when I held you for the first time. See the doper with his running nose. See him shake as his dependence grows. See him starving as the curtains close. See the school kids taking all those pills, medication for their mental ills, becoming victims of their own free wills. See the banker, can you dig his scene? Intoxicated by his lust for green. He's corrupted the whole damn thing. See the crazies with their loaded guns. All they want is to destroy someone. They feel so bad, but they're having so much fun. Everybody needs somebody. They don't find them, they'll find something to make them feel like they don't need love. And the gods above are crying. See the sinners as they kneel and pray. Well, you're no good till you believe their way. So you smile and agree with all they say. See the jarheads with their twisted minds. They see no future for our humankind. They'd love a war, could they really be that blind? Well, I don't know, but everybody needs somebody. They don't find them, they'll find something to make them feel like they don't need love. And the gods above are crying. See the people who live next door, stop and wonder what they're smiling for. Do they know something that you don't, or have you seen more? See all the people just like you and me, are we so paranoid that we can't breathe? Will it be a nuke, a kook, a drunk, a punk, or just disease? Oh my, everybody needs somebody. They don't find them, they'll find something to make them feel like they don't need love. And the gods above are crying. See them cry. Lately I've been thinking a lot about you. Lately I've been thinking a lot about me. I've been thinking about all the little things you do. Really make the scene. Girl, you know how to make a scene, yeah. Well, I remember driving you to them fancy bars. You leaving with your new boyfriend in one of them fancy cars. I won't worry anymore, I know you're not going far. I got a brand new third string on my guitar. I remember the first time I saw your face. You looked right through me into empty space. I could not help myself, I was caught up in the race. Now I just can't keep the pace. Calling you wherever you are. Don't wanna love you anymore. This time you pushed me a little bit too far. I've got a brand new third string on my guitar. No, they'll never find the old third string that used to be on my guitar. Ain't it nice to be living today? There's so many things to do. We could sit right here and love the time away. I don't care when I'm with you. I don't have any worries right now. I got nothing who needs more. Though life's dumb, hell, I'll muddle through somehow. Long as I got something it's worth living for. Hey Lord, ain't it wonderful? Ooh, God, ain't it great? There is so much good love to be done. Who could ever have the time to hate? You may wonder about the way I feel. Can't you tell I'm in the mood? Let's go upstairs, try that once again. 'Cause everything I do with you feels good. Hey baby, you are beautiful. Lord, ain't my hair a mess? What's that you say? Well, it's time to go to bed. Well, I ain't even had no dinner yet. Hey Lord, ain't it wonderful? Ooh, God, ain't it great? There is so much good love to be done. Who could ever have the time to hate? Hey Lord, ain't it wonderful? Ooh, God, ain't it great? There is so much good loving to be done. Who could ever have the time to hate? Is in my mind? Makes you happy, baby. Makes you treat me so fine. I know that a girl like you never fall for a guy like me. So I ask you once again, is it my body? Is it my soul? Makes you want to be with me. Honey, what is your goal? I never thought that a man like me would catch a girl like you. So I ask you one more time, is it my body? Is it my clothes? Can't be my money, baby. Well, I got none to blow. I was always told that a girl like you was trouble and nothing more. So I'll ask you one more time, Is it my body? Is it my body? Is it my body, baby? Yeah. Who lived up on a hill, met him by chance. Only once would I think about him still, ponder his strange circumstance. Had a wife, but that was long ago. She'd been gone for some time. Couldn't really tell you just how long he lived alone. His dog and him, they liked it fine. Had a boy, but he lost him in the war. How he died they never heard. It still hurts him when he thinks about it now, but he figures it was just as good. He never had to love, he never had to lose. He never had to grow too old to do the things that he really liked to do. Have to hide out from the cold. It was late, so I had to head on home. As I left, I shook his hand. He said, come see me, when he knew I never would. He said, I'll be back when I can. Knew a man who lived up on a hill, met him by chance. Once long ago, would I think about him still, ponder his strange circumstance. Well, today I got to work late because my car was dead. I wrecked the company truck and I got robbed. This day I dedicate what follows. Well, your father, he don't like me. He don't think I'm good for you. I really don't blame him since I know it's probably true. But I still think he's got me wrong. I'm really not that kind. I won't try to get in your pants if you stay out of mine. But he knows that I don't care about society, and he knows I don't like to come down. Well, I'm not his kind of guy, rather stay home and stay high. I'm that long-haired hippie on the other side of town. Well, I've got a job I go to just about 5 days a week. I'm making a good living, Lord, they pay me with the sweet. Well, I watched the ball game with my friends and I drank a lot of beer. I smoked dope and watched Star Trek. I do cocaine once a year. And I don't give a damn about society. I never watch the news, it brings me down. I want everyone to know I love my ragged clothes. I'm that long-haired hippie on the other side of town. Well, I got a girl I'm seeing, and she thinks the world of me. She says that she hopes someday I'll finally be free. I think she's the greatest, guess it goes to show it's true. Underneath all of this hair, well, a hippie needs love too. But we still don't care about society, and we hope that we never come down. We're young, wild, and free. We're what we wanna be. We're those long-haired hippies on the other side of town. Yes, we're those long-haired hippies on the other side of town. I see clearly things which never will exist, things of the most imaginative kind. Won't you help me please to try and understand everything that's happening now? I must find a way to leave this most peculiar place, get back to my home somehow. My perception surely must be out of key. I hear notes I've never known. Everything it is so different here on the other side of stone. All my years have slowly passed me by. Tell me now, where have they gone? Everything I've done seems so out of place. Somewhere I've done something wrong. As I drift to sleep to a dream that never ends, shades of day are growing dim. Dragons fly and sirens sing to bring me home. How should I respond to them? Floating in my world is so confused, but my mind is properly restrained. Now everything is quite familiar. I must get that high again. There's a spaceman standing on the edge of the moon, and he's looking at you and laughing. He's never seen such a sorry recruit, but does it even matter to you as the jester makes his final stand to take control of the cosmic man? War is raging in the streets below, but you never go down, you sit and get stoned. And there is nowhere left to hide. to escape the battle that is killing you inside. Oh, you didn't pass the test, though you escaped the rest. You can't run from your mind. As your mother wonders where she went wrong, your girlfriend sits by the telephone. You close the door and you sit and stay. No one cares, you're the only one there. As the jester takes you by the hand, leads you into his fairyland. Don't look back as you go with a smile. Run for a while, go out in style. And there is nothing left to say. Oh, you lost the battle, now it's time to go away. Ah, but there are no regrets. Well, you never placed a bet. Oh, you knew you just lose it anyway.
When the launch window opens at 13:50 GMT, closes 2.5 hours later at 16:20 GMT. Second launch attempt is possible. There are no COLAs for today's launch. The holder's request is issued between T-minus 9 minutes and T-minus 31 seconds. Countdown clock will be restarted upon successful resolution of a problem without a go survey made of all elements. If the launch cannot be accomplished within the launch window or the following time indicated, cutoff will be called. Launch trainback hold time is 4 minutes and 47 seconds. PLT at T-minus 5 minutes before making you start upon command of the field.
Life's an illusion. Nothing is ever what it seems. Nothing is real except what you believe in your dreams. Look in the mirror, see just what's behind your eyes. Realize the universe. Let go and let your spirit fly. I'm just a spaceman floating along in a never-ending stream. Nothing is real to me. Everything's only right. What I believe. Mind is a hallway. Behind each door there stands a wall. Don't be discouraged, 'cause there's a way to break that wall. Just open up your mind. All of the walls will fall and you will go. Over the rainbow, relax and let the image flow. Life's an illusion, nothing is ever really what it seems. I am a spaceman, living alone within my brains. So just open up your eyes, let the feeling go. It will take you by surprise and astound you as it grows, and you will see what I have seen and know what I have known. We will live so far in distant rain, watch as time and space go on and on and on and on and on. Nobody ever really dies. We travel from place to place, learning to spread our wings and fly. I can't hang around no more. There is still so much to see. Spaceman is everything that I will ever be. It's all I'll be.
CDR is off the loop right now. What's the plan in the rig to break loose? Okay, real good. And have you encountered any turbulence at all? Slight turbulence up to it. Roger.
Everybody's passing out and in again. They don't know where they're going, and they're not sure where they've been. Periods of time are lost trying to get home. Seems the whole world's getting stoned. Seems the whole world's getting stoned. And you hear the preacher say, get down on your knees. The Lord is knocking at your heart. Won't you accept Him, please? Everybody turns away and screams, leave me alone. Guess the whole world's staying stoned. Why can't we talk about it? What's going on? Well, you may not think I'm right, I don't think I'm wrong. Gotta get a hold on this, it's been running wild too long. And the world will be revolving long after we are gone. Makes you wanna hide your face and hang your head. The Lord, He finally answered me. Did you hear what He said? There is no rhyme or reason, all the love is gone. Guess the whole world got too stoned. Guess the whole world got too stoned. Think I'll sit here and just get stoned. I got the words right here in front of me. What is my problem? It's on my guitar. Don't worry about that. Take 9. Well, we got big nukes, small nukes, fast nukes, quiet nukes, enough nukes to wipe the face of the planet clean. We got your Russian bears and the red Chinese with the nuclear capability. Blow us all to hell if you know what I mean. We got your peacekeeper, dozens more and they're working every day. Ways to waste us all more efficiently. And I've seen other world leaders, they all look kinda nervous, and that doesn't look too good for you and me. So press that panic button, let the big nukes suck us fly. We'll blast the dirty commies till they're pieces in the sky. Then we'll sit and watch the fallout on the tube while we get a high. If we can't have peace without a bomb, it's better if we die. You may disagree with me on that. I don't know why you would. We got your space war technology, tried it somewhere in the sea, and the bureaucratic fools all scream for more. Well, I wonder if they'd be so fast to build up arms that would never last if they thought it'd be their ass that went to war. Our man never has made too much sense. Spend so much on our defense when a war is the last thing that we need. Cause we all know you can't survive with radiation in the sky. We ain't cool, that's how it's gonna be. So frankly, Mr. President, we all think you suck. Well, there's people starving here at home and you don't give up. You know, as long as you can cruise your ranch and your new pickup truck. Well, if our future is in your hands, I guess we're out of luck. Sorry, Ronnie. Somebody had to say it. Now all our Mideast brothers hate each other about as much as they hate you and me. And way down south of Mexico, where all the mercenaries go, one place I got no desire to be. Oh man, you look around, see all this war, and you wonder what we're fighting for. The answer won't be found. And I just hope in 1,000 years, after all the air is clear, there will still be some of us around. So press that panic button, let the big nukes suckers go. We'll watch them fry, we'll watch them die, we'll see survivors glow. Then we'll sit and freeze our ass off in that nuclear winter snow. I don't know about you, but it seems to me that's a hell of a way to go. I don't know about you, but it seems to me that's a hell of a way to go. I don't know where you're coming from. All I know is my own mind. I don't know of anything you've done. Don't know if you could be unkind. Oh, but there's something that I've got to say. I know that it's been said before, but the world in which we live, well, it's got to learn to give, 'cause it won't take another war. Mother Nature, don't break down. Well, you still got a chance. It would be at least another million years till we could start again. Oh, politicians and philosophers, us and them we all agree. No one's really got a fighting chance if we can't control our own technology. And all the sinners pray, are waiting for the day when Jesus will come back to save us all. But if we just close our eyes, turn away as the world dies, can we blame him if he doesn't hear our call? All I want is a place to live. I don't want a place to hide. Can we all just turn our missiles into clouds? For the children die. Don't let them die. Is there anyone here who really knows what's going on? Someone's waiting for the chance to drop the bomb. Turn a key and flip that switch. There she flies, my friend. We could all be blown from here to hell and back again. Oh, no. Blown from hell and back again. Mother Nature, don't let it go. Well, you still got a prayer. Maybe Jesus will come after us at last. Don't you ever get tired of playing with fire and burning your fingers just to get a little higher. When I was younger, you know I never had a care. Now they're asking me for reasons about the way I wear my hair, and it just goes on and on. Nothing is lost, nothing is won. No, we all got our reasons for living like we do, yeah. When it don't come easy, I'll just blame it on you. You know life is never simple when you're barely getting by. Sometimes I wish that it was over, but I'm still afraid to die. And this game it never ends. And you're lucky if you really got a friend. Have peace with me, brothers. Take time to share some love. But we need communication and a sign from above. I can feel the storm coming, see the bombs kill the men. We better all get on with loving while we can, while we can, while we can, while we can. Can we afford to pay the price? And what the hell is paradise? Let's try some understanding. We can still avoid the fall, but we've got to stop the fighting, for some fool kills us all. I can see the stars are falling, I can hear the trumpet blow, I can feel the angels calling. Time to go, time to go, time to go, time to go. '69 is back again. This time you think it's gonna stay. Well, the blood's still on your hands, it will never wash away. It was so long ago, It still seems like yesterday when the general gave word and all the guns just fired away. On that little village in the jungle, what were you gonna do? They said the women and the children were all enemies too. And the bad dream never dies. You see the tears on her face and the fear in her eyes, and the little frightened baby just lies alone and cries. How we cry. I just want to say a thing or two about a friend of mine. Sitting in a corner with a smile upon his face, feeling fine. The tequila is all gone and we are mellow to the max. Thought you people ought to know our side of the facts, yeah. I was watching Vietnam on the news when I was just a child. I remember Woodstock and my daddy saying all the kids were running wild. Kent State and Watergate were in my history books. So if I appear a little strange, you don't know how to look. Oh. And John, what's the state of the world today? Can the whole damn human race hide its face and walk away? Do you really think that there'll be something left to say if the sun comes up in the morning? I just want to say a thing or two about the world in which we live. Everyone's so worried about what they're getting that they don't know how to give. Tried to rise above it back in 1969, but they soon found out they were too far before their time. When is someone gonna pay for all the crimes and for all the lives that were lost for nothing? John, how long is your hair today? Did you really think that you could keep it that way? When everyone you see just smiles and walks away. When you try to find a job in the morning. I just want to say a thing or two to the people everywhere. Well, you keep on going like you are, you're gonna find there's nothing there. Well, the times they are a-changing, and there's nothing you can do. We can win or we can lose, but it's all up to you. I'm waiting patiently to see which path you choose, just to see which way I should start running. John, how good is your life today? Did you ever dream that it would turn out to be this way? Is there anything that might make you want to stay? If we're still alive in the morning. John, what's the state of the world today? Can the whole damn human race hide its face and turn away? Do you really think there'll be something left to say if the sun comes up in the morning? If the sun comes up in the morning, if we're still alive in the morning. Well, if you've made it this far in the broadcast or podcast or whatever we call these things these days, you're probably not okay and you should go get yourself checked. But that's okay. I appreciate it. I really do. Obviously, this is my annual year-end Tales from the Eclectic Monk. This is volume 3. Can you believe we've been doing this for 3 years now? In 2023, I obviously recorded a lot of music. We're about to the halfway point here, and I just wanted to stop very briefly and say again, thank you. Thank you to my supporters. Thank you to those of you who listen and share this. Thank you to those of you who give me encouragement along the way. Thank you for being part of this journey. And thank you for, well, just for being one of the 9 who actually listen occasionally to this labor of love that I call the Eclectic Monk podcast. For me, life is going okay right now. Can't complain too much. And looking forward to next year. I've got, again, a lot of ideas. My goal this year was to do 24 episodes, and this indeed is the 24th episode of season 3. So I got 2 per month out, and that's pretty good considering everything else that I have going on. So I'm happy with it. And that'll be my goal for next year, is to do about 2 episodes per month, but try to to do some stuff that is fun and entertaining and hopefully a little thought-provoking from time to time. Anyway, again, I do appreciate you listening, and I hope you've enjoyed and continue to enjoy this year-end roundup of musical endeavors. And until we meet again, enjoy the journey, travel well, and never doubt that you're deeply loved by the God who created you and one crazy old hippie sitting in a greenhouse. Till we meet again, God bless. See you next year. You don't have to tell me that I'm not doing well. Well, I'm very self-aware about these things, and I look into the mirror and I'm not sure who I see. My reality's gotten very strange. Oh, I'm not lost, but I don't know where I'm going, I'm not sure. Things are as they seem and I'm alright, although my life's out of control. Well, I've lost both of my paddles, but I'm still here in the stream. Well, I've changed and rearranged and gotten older, that's for sure. But the 19-year-old kid is still alive, and he had dreams and ambitions, plans to change the world. But oh, most of them have not been realized. What does it cost to live the life you're given? I'm not sure anybody knows, but it's okay. At least you know that you're living, floating down the stream, your destination, where it flows. I'm not sure what I expected. Well, I'm not sure of much, it seems. Well, I don't know why I'm disconnected from the reality that life has given me. But there's no point in complaining, we just keep on moving on. I cannot change what was or what will be. And although the future's hazy, at least I know that I'm loved by one dumb dog and my whole family. So I'll press on. Though I don't know where I'm headed, I'll be strong. Give this life my best after all. Who needs a paddle anyway? Well, this stream is headed homewards and I'm ready for some rest. Yes, this stream is headed homewards and I'm ready for some rest. you how the world looks through these 60-year-old eyes. Seems the whole damn thing is burning down. As the people stare at cell phones, they just don't realize society's in ashes on the ground. And I don't care if you say the old man can't keep up with modern ways, but I'll stand here by myself, watch your cities as they blaze. And just like Richard Nixon, I will see them fade away. Oh, you don't know what you're losing till it's not there anymore. One day you look around and it is gone. Oh, this was the land of freedom, was the home of liberty. But it seems that all those virtues now are wrong. And I don't care how you yell, I don't have a dime for any lie you sell. I'll stand off in the distance as you all piss in your wells. And just like Richard Nixon, watch the whole thing go to hell. I'll give the world the finger, and it's time for moving on. I will set my heart and eyes on higher ground. And I hope that you will wake up soon and understand this song. By then I probably will not be around. I know things that you don't know. I can see what you can't see. You're not on the hill I've climbed. One day you'll catch up with me. I know things that you don't know. I can see what you can't see. You're not on the hill I've climbed. One day you'll catch up with me. One day you'll catch up with me. Or you might just catch up with me. And I don't care if you say, shut up, old man, and get out of the way. You will understand that all you built will turn to dust one day. And you, like Richard Nixon, will just smile and turn away. And youth like Richard Nixon, we'll just smile and turn away. I know things that you don't know. I can see what you can't see. I know things that you don't know. You are bound to follow me. Lying in bed is the hardest time. Right before you go to sleep, knowing that you're all alone, no one around to hear you weep. Oh, and they don't care. They don't care if you break down in their presence. They will only stop and stare. Go away, they say, leave us alone. We don't want to see you cry. We have problems of our own. Why does the world always turn its back on the lonely and forgotten, on the ones tied to the track? Why, tell me, why is it this way? Oh, the people who have nothing are the ones who have to pay. Is there an answer? Nobody knows. If you stop and ask them, they just say that's how it goes. And they don't care who you are. If you're in the way, you get run over. Everyone knows the truth is best left unspoken. No one is looking for your honesty. Here where cruelty is misconstrued as kindness, pointing out the obvious is a suicidal tendency. And as the rain pours down, you shout into the wind your anger and frustration, swallowed by the sound. You realize your sanity is hanging on the thread of another stormy morning on your way towards the ground. There is a city lies beyond the far horizon. There are no gunshots, no homeless in the rain, no helpless children, no fear, no pain. And my home is there. Oh, and my home is Lord, give me eyes to see the joy that waits there for me. Lord, give me strength to bear this cross on my journey there. There is a city it lies beyond the far horizon, and my home is there, and my home is there. Are you alright tonight, my love? Haven't seen you smile all day. Is the weight too heavy? Is your heart too weary to carry on? Will you rest here in my arms? They may be old, but they're still strong. You remember how it used to be when you would cling to me. We would laugh at the storm. I know that these are troubled times. I know the miles will take their toll. I see frustration in your eyes as things spin out of control. But you're not alone. Don't forget I'm still right here. When I said forever, I meant forever with you here. In my mind, you're still 18. In my heart, you're still everything. No matter what this crazy world made it. In this room, it's still just me and you. I know that these are troubled times. We may be standing on the edge. Won't you put your hand in mine as we both step off the ledge? Oh, you will never be alone. No matter what, I'll be right here. When I said forever, I meant forever with you here. Tonight, my love, I haven't seen you smile all day. Well, it's another December. It's wet and it's cold, and the gloomy gray sky sure getting old. Oh, it's another December and another year gone. Christmas is over, it's not quite New Year's Eve. Got a lot of leftovers and another dead tree. It's another December, life keeps rolling on. If I'm real honest, I don't like the cold. I don't like being pushed, I don't like being told. I do love Jesus, but I don't like the way that he's sold. It's another December. I've got some new socks. My kids are okay. The world, it is not. Oh, it's another December and another year gone. Guess I'll keep holding on. Keep holding on. I remember the feeling of being alone in a room full of strangers and no way back home. Not a soul in the world cared for me then. Lost and forsaken, soon to be making an enduring friend. I remember the laughter, I remember the tears, I remember the comfort after all of these years. Ah, that summer passed quickly, all seasons must end. Now so many have gone, but you're still hanging on, my enduring friend. That crazy old quilt still hangs in my mind, like that ragged old fort and the hills that we climbed. All those memories of youth, they exist in a haze. So long ago, just yesterday. Now this road that we travel, how it twists, how it bends, and I can't see the future. No one knows how it ends, but I'm forever grateful for that moment when I was deeper than down and suddenly found you, my enduring friend. I was deeper than down, suddenly found you, my enduring friend. Here we go. I'm a galactic traveler, I hail from Denver. Most of my younger years I spent staying alive. At 21 I hopped upon the first departing ship. When I'm dead it will be said his life was quite a trip. And it's not too far from where you are to light years past the nearest star. Well, I've been in lots of bars where I felt out of place, traveled all around the stars and I've been lost in space. And every time it got me down, I somehow got on top. And if I have air to breathe, I know I'll never stop. Well, come along, and you will find a universe to blow your mind. When I think of all the places that I've been, and all the crazy things I've done, well, I know that I would do them all again. Yes, even the more drastic ones. I'm a galactic traveler, I go by many names. Had lots of women and no two were quite the same. When I die I know that I'll be found somewhere in space, with my sorry and brandy in my hand and a smile upon my face. And it's not too far from where you are to Harry Mudd's galactic bar, where you might find a Klingon girl to draw your blood and rock your world. Come along and you will find a universe to blow your mind.
Something wrong. Kink in my back. That's it. A little higher. Push hard. Take it in there, Mr. Thank you, Yellow. That's sufficient.
You better run, there's blood on your hands. You better run, son, run while you can. Look what you done, son. Defended your wife. You killed a man, son. Run for your life. Better run, it won't be long. Sheriff's men come along. They don't care, boy, who's wrong or right. They'll have a rope, son. Run for your life, yeah. Better run, don't make a stand. You need to live, son. Run while you can. Here's my money, here's my knife. Before they hang you, boy, run for your life, yeah. Run, oh run, you better run. It's another day the sun is rising, though you've gone away, well, at least I'm still alive. Feelings I have were really not surprising. The aching in my heart and the water in my eyes. I gave you my love, and you took it with you. Well, I guess I should have known, but I did not want to see. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow is but a dream. Today I'm all alone with just my memories. I gave you my love, and you took it with you. I guess I should have known, but I did not want to see. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow is but a dream. Today I'm all alone with just my memories. Oh, today I'm all alone, just my memories. Why don't you stay with me? We could be good company. Why don't you step inside? You don't know what you'll find within your mind. We could make it all the way if you would stay a little longer. We could make it just for fun if we were either one a little stronger. The joy the night can give will only disappear when we're not together. Mother Earth is spinning round, the sun goes up and down, the way it's done forever. We could make it all the way if you would stay a little longer. We could make it just for fun. We were either one, a little stronger. I just wanna be alive and by your side until the morning light. Mother Earth is spinning round, the sun goes up and down, the way it's done forever. So far, oh, you've been nice. So far, I've been home. So far, you've been so good to me. So far, I'm not alone. They say that time will tell if love will last or fail. I know you probably break my heart, but it's been so good so far. I don't know if love will last. It never has before. The day will come when you grow cold and I'll walk out that door. Today we'll smile and laugh and hope we never part. I don't know what tomorrow brings, but it's been so good so far. So far, you've been so nice. And so far, I'm still at home. So far, you've been so good to me. So far, I'm not alone. Oh, they say that time will tell if love will last or fail. I know you probably break my heart, but it's been so good so Yes, it's been so good so far. When I wake up in the morning and I find myself alone, well, I fix a cup of coffee and I can't believe you're gone. Stop and think about you, and I wonder where you are. Know that I can't live without you. Could you have gone too far? Because I need you by my side. I need you. Got no place to hide. Need you. So I get about my business. I get started with my day. Well, I hop down to the office. Well, it's a game I have to play. When my day's over, you can find me in some bar, and I doubt that I'll be sober if I don't know where you are. 'Cause I need you. Heaven knows I need you. Ain't that the way it goes? I need you. Need you. When I finally get home and I make it to my bed, well, I look into the mirror and I remember what you said, and I know I can't be selfish. Know what I'm asking for. Of all those things that you said I needed, well, girl, I think I need you more. Oh, yes, I need you. In the night, I need you. Love me till it's light. I need you. Need you. Oh, need you. Heaven knows I need you. Well, ain't that the way they say it goes? I need you. pawn shop, bought a 38. Drove around the little town, arriving home quite late. But he was drunk already, waiting at the door. She just smiled at him, though he didn't know what for. Stepped in the little house, picked up his dirty clothes. And as she started dinner, she could feel the tension grow. We grabbed her from behind and asked her where the hell she'd been. Hit her hard across the face, it had started once again. There's a conflict of emotion upon Hillsbury Mountain tonight. Is it wrong or is it right? Does it really matter anyway? What do the neighbors say when they hear her screaming? Well, he grabbed her by the hair, threw her up against the wall, hit her with his bottle. She began to fall. She ran into her bedroom and closed and locked the door. Then she remembered what she bought that pistol for. Well, she could hear him raging, throwing furniture around. And as he started down the hall, she didn't make a sound. Oh, 7 years of living hell had shattered her whole life. He'd face the desperation of a badly battered wife. There's a conflict of emotion upon Hillsbury Mountain tonight. Was it wrong or was it right? Does it really matter anyway? What would her mother say if she saw her bleeding? Pounded on the door, finally kicked it in. When he saw her with the gun, his smile became a grin. Well, he told her, don't you threaten me, that's one thing I can't stand. Just lay your weapon down, or shoot me if you can. Well, when she shot him in the balls, his look turned to surprise. And then she blew a little kiss and shot him right between the eyes. Well, she gently laid the handgun on the dresser by her side, went into the kitchen, wondered why she couldn't cry. There's a conflict of emotion upon Hillsbury Mountain tonight. Was she wrong or was she right? Does it really matter anyway? What will the sheriff say when he takes her away? died without a sound. That left one alone, and by some chance he remembered that night so long ago when he first left the land. Oh, dance to the tune the mariners play. Get your things, come be one of us, and let's sail away. A gunner in the bottom hold of a frigate called Defender, a two-decker tried and true, a shot weighed 18 pounds. From high aloft a voice was heard, there's to sail on the horizon. Could it be the Frenchman that the captain hunted down? Oh, dance to the tune the mariners play. Grab your things, come to one of us, and let's sail away. Then an hour's time, two ships of the line appeared above the white caps. The Union Jack was hoisted, there were double shots of rum. And as the men threw sand on the decks and the sailors rigged the netting, the drummer boy began to play and he headed for his gun. Oh, dance to the tune the mariners play. Grab your pack and down your cup, we leave today. Defender died with two broadsides, one from each direction. The magazine exploded, 20 minutes she was gone. One deaf man in a wooden boat, dancing upon the waters. He's a sole survivor, he's a long, long way from home. Oh, dance to the tune the mariners play. Get your things, come to one of us, and let's sail away. Dance to the tune the mariners play. Grab your pack, put down your cup, we'll leave today. Oh, we'll sail away. upon my shoulders as the breeze from heaven fills the sails, and I hear the voice of Jesus calling. It's time for me to go, so fare thee well. Fare thee well, my brothers, don't be saddened. Though in this moment I must travel on, don't lose heart as you press towards that horizon. There'll be time enough for laughter when we're old. There'll be time enough for laughter when we're old. I can see your eyes, they shine and glisten, and I see the sadness in your smiles. But I know that you will always listen to the one who carries us the final mile. So fare thee well, my brothers, don't be saddened. Oh, in this moment I must travel on. Don't lose heart as you press towards that horizon. There'll be time enough for laughter when we're old. There'll be time enough for laughter when we're old. I am a pilgrim on a journey. I am traveling through time. And though I've never seen my destination, I don't mind. And the landscape of tomorrow is uncertain, and it seems that better days lie in the past. I will hold on to this hope beyond the future. One day I'll see the shores of home at last. I am a pilgrim and a sojourner. This is not where I belong, but I will not despair, for love compels me to press on. And the landscape of tomorrow is uncertain, and it seems that better days lie in the past. I will hold on to this hope beyond the future. One day I'll see the shores of home at last. One day I'll see the shores of home at last. I am a pilgrim on a journey. I am traveling through time, though I've never seen my destination, I don't mind, I don't mind. There is a name, it's like no other. In it there's hope through days of strife. In raging storms and bitter wilderness, there's but one name that gives us life. David's son, loving shepherd, creative word, the sinless man, bread of life, the open gate, eternal hope, the truth, the way. There is a name to which I cling. In it there's hope beyond the veil, where lies the home He's building for us, where death and misery cannot prevail. Risen Lord, Christ Redeemer, Lamb of God, healer, friend, Holy One, blessed Savior, eternal light, returning King. There is a name, the name is Jesus. Our God saves, abiding grace. I will hold on and I will trust Him until the day I see His face. Jesus, King of heaven, Jesus, Lord of love, Jesus, suffering servant, living word. Jesus, death defeated, Jesus, matchless one. Oh, Jesus, resurrected, God's only Son. There is a name, it's like no other. In it there's hope through days of strife, in raging storms and bitter wilderness. He holds my hand and gives me life. In raging storms and bitter wilderness, He holds my hand and gives me life. There's no snow coming down, and the northern star is shining bright. I'm sitting out on my front porch, watching the planes fly out of sight. Yes, everybody's going home for Christmas, and I'm here at home here in the pines. There are no one-horse sleighs on the streets of Georgia. Still everybody knows it's Christmas time. There's no reason to try and make it what it's not. It's no winter wonderland, but the spirit of the season still runs deep and wide through the soul of a native southern man. Oh, everybody's going home for Christmas, and I'm at home here in the pines. There are no one-horse sleighs on the streets of Georgia. Still everybody knows it's Christmas time. Yes, everybody knows it's Christmas time. Well, I'd always been a skeptic when it came to Santa Claus. For 30 years I never did believe, and though it's slightly strange, my mind has finally changed since the reindeer left a present in my front yard Christmas Eve. They left it right there by the driveway, top of fresh and new fallen snow. It was lying right in my way, no way I could not know. Well, my modern cynic's mind has finally seen the light, and Dasher and the gang are quite relieved. If you don't think it's true, next year it might be you. But the reindeer left their present in my front yard Christmas Eve. It was like Santa Claus was saying, here's something just for you. And in my yard was laying 8 piles of reindeer proof. Well, I still don't buy the story about Rudolph and his nose, but all the rest I really must believe. Although it makes no sense, I've got my evidence. Since the reindeer left a present in my front yard Christmas Eve. Oh yes, the reindeer left a present in my front yard Christmas Eve. Watch out now. Trailer park kids are cool. Well, they seldom complain, and they know their own rules. They take things in stride, and they don't suffer fools. Those trailer park kids are cool. Trailer park kids are strong. Well, they know how to fight, but they still get along. They know how to squeeze till the last drop is gone. Those trailer park kids are strong. You may see them and you may look down. You may think that they aren't as good, but you better believe when it all falls apart, they can survive things you never would. Oh, those trailer park kids are okay. They know how to work and they know how to play. It may be where they are, but it's not where they'll stay. Those trailer park kids, trailer park kids, they're cool, they're strong, they're okay. Trailer park kids are proud. Well, they don't flinch, but they don't talk too loud. They may be content to blend into the crowd, but trailer park kids are proud.